All right, you ready?
Dave's Hot Chicken, Reaper Tender, sign a waiver.
Oh man. Oh no. So how's talk to us? How's the texture? Oh no. Oh wow.
Did I just shake?
This is a bad. You shook a lot, bro.
Oh man, bro.
It hit on impact. Tell us
I didn't think that. I was gonna try to eat it.
Tell us what you're feeling. Tell us what you're feeling.
Welcome to another episode of You Know
Ball, baby.
Brought to you by the Run the Play Network.
Work.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Why you nervous, sir?
As you guys know, me and Phil had a bet. If the Thunder win in 4 or 5 games, Phil had to eat a spicy wing. We're on to game 6. So that means I got to eat the spicy wing.
Thank God.
Me and Phil agreed that it would be better content if I ate it off rip in the episode and tried to do the rest of the episode with spicy chicken in me. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through the whole thing.
I'm not going to lie. You probably won't, bro.
But I'll give it an attempt. Fuck. All right, let me grab it.
Wait, and this was like the spiciest?
This is the one where you got to sign a waiver for.
No.
Yeah.
You signed a waiver?
Sign a waiver.
Oh my gosh. Now I'm worried low key, bro. Now I'm worried low key.
Okay.
I didn't know it was the waiver one.
No, I went hard, bro.
Oh my, and you got the Reese's? You got the Reese's?
Yeah, I got
and
the
everything,
Reese's
bro?
just in case.
Look at that.
I got a second water off deck. Reese's sponsor us. Dave's Hot Chicken sponsor us. I got gloves.
If you need some cold water too, I got you right here, bro.
Bet. That's
Wow,
appreciated.
I feel bad now.
I'm running off a coffee and 2 chicken tenders today.
I high key, low key feel bad, but I'm still gonna record because that's what I am.
We're going to glove up. We're going to wear protection.
When people were in fights, I was over here like, hey.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Dave's Hot Chicken, Reaper Tender, sign a waiver. Man, let's go.
Oh man. Oh no. So how's talk to us? How's the texture? Oh no. Oh no. Get the water, my boy.
Oh, my God, damn.
Oh wow.
Did I just shake?
This is a bad. You shook a lot, bro.
Oh, man, bro.
It hit on impact.
Hit on.
Tell us
I
what
didn't
you.
think that. I was going to try to eat it.
Tell us what you're feeling. Tell us what you're feeling. Oh. Oh.
I'm a bad podcaster.
Oh no.
I can't say nothing.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
That shit hurts, bro.
The waiver.
That shit don't even feel spicy. That shit just.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, bro. Am I red?
Well, why are you eating the Reese's? What's going on with the Reese's?
I felt like peanut butter would, it would be good.
Yo.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Take your time, man. Take
You
your
want a bite of
time.
it?
I didn't lose. I'm playing. Wow.
All right.
Low-key, it felt like it got hotter after you ate it, bro.
I feel like bro, it is hot as fuck in the garage. I'm gonna be dripping in sweat by the end of this.
Hey, keep drinking water, my boy.
Fuck, okay. Today, we're gonna be talking about the Desmond Bane trade.
Podcasting too at the same time.
We're gonna be talking about the Desmond Bane trade. Oh, my nose is running out. Desmond Bane trade, KD, and we're gonna be talking about the game 4, game 5. Okay.
You know, I got you, bro. I got you.
Thank you, Phil.
All right, so my bad, yo. I had to record what was going on, but this is going to be the set list for today as he cools off a little bit. So we're going to be talking about games 4 through 5 on You Know Ball. We're going to be talking about the Desmond Bane trade and comparing other trades with it. We're also going to be talking about the Kevin Durant trade progression and seeing what's going on with that. And we're finishing off pretty much with that just in case. But so far, it's a pretty light episode for today, man.
What you want to start with, Phil?
Yo, all right, let's start with, you know what? Let's start with the Desmond Bane trade. Let's start with Desmond Bane trade because I know you're going to want to talk about the NBA Finals and stuff when you recapture yourself.
If I recapture.
If you recapture yourself. So let's start with the Desmond Bane trade. I'll talk about my side real quick as he gets himself. All right, so. All right, so you guys, if you guys are NBA fans and you follow those accounts that post trades, you know on a Sunday, on Good Sunday, it wasn't actual Good Sunday, but on a Sunday, you woke up, the sun was shining, and you got an alert. And that alert said Desmond Bane was traded to the Orlando Magic. Desmond Bane was traded to the Orlando Magic from the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, 4 unprotected first-round picks, and 1 first-round pick swap. Magic only got Desmond Bane, but either way, to me, I like this trade. The only reason why I like this trade is because for the longest time since Paolo Banchero and I believe Franz Wagner got there, they've been having trouble with shooting. This year, I believe, was probably one of their worst three-point shooting seasons in a while. I believe they shot in the 20s or something as a team, or the 30s, but it was very bad. So getting Desmond Bane, who I believe is I thought he'd play the 1, but they'll probably keep Jalen Suggs at the 1. So him playing the 2 no matter what, he is a career 41% three-point shooter. And this season, he shot 39% from the line. So we know, without a doubt, when he comes to Orlando, the one thing he's going to bring there is three-point shooting. He's going to be able to spot up anywhere. He's going to be able to create his own three-point shot. He's going to be able to space the floor for Paolo and Franz to either drive and kick, drive and dunk, or drive and get the score on the inside. But he's going to provide spacing for everybody that's going to be needed. Do I think it's going to lead to a championship? No. But do I think this is a good building block for them? Yes. On the Memphis Grizzlies side, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Cole Anthony, yes, they went over there. I think that Kentavious Caldwell-Pope going over to the Memphis Grizzlies is good defensive-wise for the Memphis Grizzlies. But for offensive purposes, he's a spot-up shooter. Since he was a Laker, he was a spot-up shooter. Since he was with Denver, he was a spot-up shooter and honestly had his 2 best seasons shooting-wise from the 3-ball with the Denver Nuggets. But when he went to Orlando, he didn't have his best three-point shooting, and maybe he can get that back with the Memphis Grizzlies. But I'm way more attracted to the fact that the Memphis Grizzlies got 4 first-round picks with 1 first-round pick swap from the Orlando Magic. Now, Orlando giving them this, it's not like they gave away their whole future. They gave away, I want to say, a 4th or a 3rd of their future because they have a lot of first-round picks still. They have a lot. But this works, in my opinion, for both teams. The Magic gets somebody that helps them three-point shooting-wise and probably playmaking as well. He could be a future star guard for them in the future. But also, but they're taking a big sacrifice with giving up that chunk of a future away. With the Grizzlies, I like it no matter what because they got picks. But the players, I mean, Cole Anthony is good, but then now you got to figure out what you're going to do with Scottie Pippen Jr., and Ja Morant and Cole Anthony as a point guard duo or point guard rotation. With Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, you're getting defense, but we don't know if that three-point shooting is going to be there. But, yeah, that's my opinion on it. Anthony, are you good to talk real quick?
Yeah, I could talk.
All
Before
right, no
we hear my opinion, let's hear a word from our sponsor.
Got you.
Boom Fantasy.
Man, okay, LeBron hit my parlay. Let's get it.
Oh, shit, he hit it?
Yeah, bro, look at this.
I won $200. I tailed your parlay.
How the heck did you win $200?
I used Boom Fantasy. I used their pick and spin, spun the wheel, got 10 times my money.
Bro, you got to hook me up.
If you use code RTP, you could get a risk-free bet up to $100. Let's get back to the video.
Okay. Dude, I'm like dripping right now.
You good, man. Take your time.
Okay. As far as players go, I think Desmond Bane is the perfect guy for Orlando. I feel like a lot of people say they need a point guard. I love Jalen Suggs, and I don't think Jalen Suggs is a 2 guard. I think he's best case a point guard. So putting him next to Desmond Bane, I think they work very well together, especially if Suggs could shoot the ball better next season.
Yeah.
Which he's had seasons where he shoots amazing from 3 and seasons where he shoots ducks from 3. So I think Bane there. I just think they gave up a little too much for Desmond Bane. I think Desmond Bane's a better basketball player than Mikal Bridges. So I think, sure, it's fair value, I guess. As far as player personnel-wise, I don't love KCP in Memphis. I like Cole Anthony. I think Cole Anthony could be like a cool second guard, like similar to when they had Tyus Jones there. But KCP, I just think needs to go. It's like when they got Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like it's going to work out. Yeah, I like this trade, and I'm hoping Memphis goes for Trey Murphy.
Yeah.
I think that opens up that opportunity now to go for Trey Murphy. So I like that for Memphis.
Oh, yeah. They could probably use one or two of those picks that they got as well to get him as well.
Yeah, I think so for sure.
I think that would be attractive to get Trey Murphy. If you add salary and just those 2 first-round picks, I think that's easy for the Pelicans to do, without a doubt. On that post that from Underdog NBA that showed us this trade, somebody posted below, Buck Show Yo, on Twitter, saying this is worse than the Gobert trade. In your opinion, is this really worse than the Gobert trade?
The Gobert trade was a good trade, bro. I think it set the tone for what Minnesota became, a good defensive team with the players around Rudy. Obviously Rudy wasn't the best player on that team, but I think he fit well there. And I think you could say the same for Orlando. Desmond Bane fits there. I think I'm a little bit more into it. I don't love giving out 4 first-round picks. You never know what's gonna happen. There's still questions on is Paolo really that guy? I feel like I don't know that yet. I love Paolo, but I just don't know how your ceiling with him as your best player. Yeah. So if they ever want to blow it up, I think they gave up a lot, so now they lose that leverage. I don't love Franz Wagner, but I do think these 4 or 5 guys fit. I just think they're a center away now. Yeah.
Just to remind you guys what the Rudy Gobert trade was, the Wolves got Rudy Gobert and the Jazz traded Rudy Gobert away in order to get Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly, I don't know why I blanked on that, Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt, and multiple first-round picks, just to update you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think – sorry, I'm just out of it now.
Hey, I don't blame you, man.
You want to talk about KD?
Yes. All right. Now we are transitioning the Kevin Durant trade progression. So I believe it was Monday or Tuesday, or actually today's Tuesday, so it was – or no, was it Sunday?
I think it was this whole weekend till Monday.
Yeah.
It was just all the conversations were KD related.
Anyways, we've been getting news on where KD really wants to go, and he narrowed it down to 3 teams, and that was the Miami Heat, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Houston Rockets. Now, one thing I wanted to ask you was, where would he fit best out of these 3 teams?
I think fit-wise, he'd fit the best in Miami. I think Houston and San Antonio, he'd be able to compete quicker, though. Miami would be able to give him the reins to their offense. San Antonio still has guys that could go around KD. Houston has guys that could go around KD. But if KD just wants to have his best individual season, Miami is the place to be. I think Minnesota would be cool, too. I know he doesn't want to go there. I saw Toronto had pretty high odds to get him, too, just because I think they have the assets for him. And New York was a team that was in rumors, but I don't know what the issue is there.
Yeah, I think with New York, the problem is that, I don't understand why if he wanted to go – well, I mean, he didn't really have a choice because he was traded to the Suns, but I think he's always kind of wanted to be a Knick. I think he always has. But now, since it's bad timing and they have Cat, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart, and OG Anunoby, there's just no possible way you can really do that, especially if – I heard that apparently they don't want to take Cat back, which is weird because Devin Booker and Cat would be pretty fun, but – I understand now that you've had a good season with Cat. You don't really want to risk that for a 1 year maybe with Kevin Durant, and you also have to pay him after this year.
Yeah.
So I think that's good on their part. To me, I think where he would fit best, I love the San Antonio Spurs, but a part of me kind of is feeling Miami Heat. I feel like with the Heat, there's just something missing, and I feel like it's always been somebody to play the 3 for them or the 4. Well, I don't want him to play the 4. I want Bam to play the 4. So I feel like him at the 3 would be pretty cool, and also he'd be able to hit those big shots for them when they need them. Because Jimmy, I mean, yes, he's big shot. No matter what, Jimmy Butler could hit a big shot out of nowhere. But there were so many times he wasn't playing for them, and they needed him. Like when Tyler Hero was the only person controlling the offense, or Bam Adebayo was trying to get some stuff going, it was tough for them to get any offense going. So if they have Kevin Durant there, especially if it's Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo still, they don't get rid of any of them, I think that's a good fit for both of them.
You think that team would be competitive?
I think they would.
Like how competitive?
I think they would be a top 4 or 5 team in the Eastern Conference.
Let's go specific then. Cleveland, no, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boston, obviously, right? Now we could talk New York or this Heat team.
I'm saying New York because they're keeping their whole team, so I'm just gonna go with New York in this one.
Indiana or this Heat team.
I am probably gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Indiana,
I'd go with
only
Indy,
because
too.
after this playoff run, I think their chemistry is going to be way better, and I feel like since now they know they're gonna have this team no matter what starting next year, they're gonna be able to just go and keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I think like they were one of the best teams since the year 2025 started. So, what about Detroit?
Detroit.
I think I would take Detroit next season over this Heat.
I would say Detroit, but I just feel like Kevin Durant fills a hole that they've been missing scoring wise. I feel like they've been having trouble in the past just getting somebody to just go out there and shoot. With Jimmy Butler, yes, he was doing that, but it took him a little second. With KD, he's going to pull it no matter what, and he's going to make it. So I feel like he would just answer so many questions for them.
What about Milwaukee?
Milwaukee, I think, has issues, especially with the whole Damian Lillard thing going on, and I think it's just going to be Giannis versus the whole world. So I think Giannis and the Bucks are probably going to be fighting, especially with Brook Lopez gone. That defense is going to take a hit. So it's going to be Giannis just putting them on his back and trying to get them out of the play-in, I think.
I could see Brook Lopez staying there, unless the Lakers sign him. What about Orlando?
Orlando,
I think that's an interesting one.
I'm about to say, because getting Desmond Bane, that really did some good for their starting lineup and roster, because now they have the spacing and another guy who can dribble and play make for them. But I still think there's going to be some things they need to figure out. How are you feeling? Give us a little update.
I'm still on fire, but I'm not going to lie. My mouth hurts.
Yeah, how do you
I'm
feel?
numb. I feel like my sweat is insane right now. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I'm dripping. Fucking Phil came here right after I finished working out. I didn't have time to shower. I was like sweaty when you came in.
My fault.
You're good. And now I'm fucking like on fire. This AC's off of my head. Yeah. I think I take a healthy Atlanta over this team. And I think I take healthy Philly over this team too.
If they keep Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo together with KD, I'm probably gonna choose them to be top 5 or top 4.
What's the Heat package looking like? Probably Kello Ware, Jovic,
And Duncan Robinson. He's gonna have to be a part of it because I know that's the one thing they announced about. Because I think he gets paid like 18 or 20 million.
Yeah, he gets paid a lot.
He gets paid a lot, so he has to be in this trade.
So the lineup would look like Davion, Tyler Hero. I think Wiggins, KD, Bam would be that 5, which is a good 5.
Actually, I think they'd trade Wiggins.
To Phoenix?
Yeah, I think he'd go to Phoenix because I don't think they'd want to get rid of Tyler, especially after an All-Star year, or Bam.
I think if Phoenix were to want to stay good, getting like Davion, Wiggins, and Jovic, let's say, and now you could run Davion, Booker, Wiggins, Jovic, and then Nick Richards or whoever they have at the 5. Or they could draft a 5 too. They'd probably get Miami's pick too if that was the package in return.
I would take their pick.
Or Kello Ware could be their 5. Superman and Devin Booker.
I was seeing stuff that people were saying Kello Ware was gonna be a son.
Yeah, I feel like that was the guy. That's the guy that I've seen the most. I feel like in these trades, that could be interesting for sure. Kevin Durant right now is plus 1,500 to stay in Phoenix.
Wow,
which is high, but I could also like.
He's gonna get traded, man. I wouldn't stay there if I were him. Even if he does, he's gonna get traded during the season. Like,
yeah.
No
I could see him
many.
starting the season as a Sun though, and just sitting.
I could see that.
I could definitely see that, especially with like the way this is so narrow. Honestly, if I'm Phoenix, I don't know why they're trying to do him so right. You know, I just feel like you trade him for the best package available. I don't think they need a narrow team now.
I was gonna say, man. One other question I had. How many picks do you think that they could get any first round picks for Kevin Durant?
I think they will. I don't know if I would though if I was a different. I mean, maybe if I was like San Antonio or like a team sitting on a lot of picks. Miami, I feel like, is in better picking position than they probably should be. Or same thing with Houston. Then yeah, I would give up maybe a first or 2. But I just think trading your first with the CBA is so dumb because like KD sure does help you, but then you have to have KD as like your guy, you know. And it's like we've seen the last 5 years that you can't really win like that.
Yeah.
You know? So it's interesting. I wish, like, and I love KD, so I don't say that to, like, not KD or nothing like that. I still think he's a top 10 player in the NBA. But it's just, like, it's tough because his style's very unique. And I think he needs to go to a team with a better point guard that could facilitate for him and make him better. And I think Houston probably has the best guy for that in Fred VanVleet with what is going on in these conversations.
If you could choose any team in the NBA, don't have to look at contracts, anything. If you could pick any team you could go to, which team would it be and why?
I'm gonna look at standings really quick. My initial thought though is New Orleans because I think them retooling around Zion could be cool.
Yeah.
And it would be exciting. Detroit I feel like isn't getting talked about, but like Cade and KD would be cool.
That would be really nice.
It would be cool. Milwaukee would be like if I'm just dream booking, right?
Like
Giannis
Milwaukee.
and KD. I mean, it doesn't get cooler than that.
I want to see AD and Giannis together, bro.
AD and Giannis.
I really want to see AD and Giannis. If I were AD, if it doesn't work with the Mavericks and they're being weird, I would go straight to the Milwaukee Bucks. I would say, Giannis, we need to team up. We'd easily get a ring together. Get me there.
My ear just started ringing, bro.
You're playing.
I thought I was bleeding. I'm not gonna lie. Denver could be cool too. Jokic could create for KD.
That'd be an easy trade. What would that be? Aaron Gordon and
MPJ. I think MPJ would have to get moved.
That's true. It would have to be MPJ and somebody else.
And I think it would just be MPJ and a lot of picks, and maybe like something to make the salary match if it doesn't. But it might.
Say.
Let's talk about the NBA Finals.
Here we go. How you feeling, Mr. Thunder?
I mean, if Tyrese could do this, right? They were up, right? If they could do this, we can too. Shout out to Thunder, man. I hope we close it out. Honestly, though, I am sad about this Tyrese news that came out with the injury stuff. I wish him the best, and I wish we could have beat a healthy team because now there's going to be asterisks and shit. That's just not fair, bro. The Thunder have been the best team in the NBA since October 27th or whenever the season started, you know? So, shout out my guys. Shout out the Thunder. Shout out Cone on Twitter. That video of him crying at the arena went viral and people were shitting on him. And I just like, it just shows that y'all are fake fans, you know, or y'all just like watch to hate watch because my team is in the finals and I'm proud of my team and I'm excited, bro. And honestly, I might cry when we win. Hopefully it's on Thursday. I kind of want to go live. If not, it would be on Sunday, I think, which would be sick. But yeah, man, I mean, like it's cool to be here. Shout out Aaron Nesmith. There's been a lot of conversations about the refs in this game, especially
This is for Game 4?
Yes, Game 4.
Got you.
Like, I feel like when I watched that game, it seems like the refs were letting them be aggressive, and low-key did a shitty job on both sides. But after the game, I think because the Thunder won, we saw a lot of conversations about how Lou Dort plays and how, like, I feel like if you want to call Shea a flopper, right? Aaron Nesmith is one of the best in the league at running through a screen and flying so he could get the illegal screen call. I think that's part of flopping too, but like that's also a part of basketball and selling the call. So I'm not knocking Aaron Nesmith. I'm not knocking Shea. I'm not knocking. If you want to, like, a lot of people complain about Shea's offhand. Well, if you play physical defense, then the offense is allowed to be physical back. I think Doris Burke has done a terrible job in the NBA Finals. I feel like every time she talks, I roll my eyes because she just like has something against the Thunder. And like I don't know what it is, but like it just proves how bad you are when like the last series all you did was talk about Nikhil and Shea being cousins, and this series all you're doing is talking about like Shea and the refs and like if you're saying what NBA Twitter is saying, I think you're bad at your job. Right? Like, there should be an upper level for NBA media. And I know we talked about that with Stephen A. too. And his terrible takes about underachiever and all that.
That was god-awful, man. That pissed me off.
He pretty much said Giannis, if he doesn't win another ring, would be an underachiever. And it's like, bro, like, respectfully, the solitaire stuff. Like, that was... I literally saw... Bro, this is not Game 17 of the season.
Yeah.
This isn't Rockets-Bucks. This isn't the play-in. Like, you are blessed in the position to get... $40 million, however much he makes, to talk about NBA basketball at the highest level, and you're over here making jokes about how you were playing solitaire. Is that?
You got something.
I got a booger?
Yeah, just a little one.
Damn, bro. This shit
I'm just
got
letting
me,
you know.
Oh, damn. She got me leaking.
Just want to let you know real quick.
Thank you. That was no. I appreciate that. I'm gonna
Gotcha.
clean that off, but you could talk if you want.
Yeah. I'm gonna be for real, guys. That take angered me, and if I'm being for real, from this point on, I am going to be tracking all of Stephen A. Smith's terrible takes, bro, because they've been bad this year. They've been unbelievably bad. But to give Giannis disrespect like that, and I understand like his complaint when was it Jay Will?
Yeah.
That's his name, was trying to argue with him, was that he didn't understand this whole thing and that Giannis even said that about himself too. If a player himself is saying, oh, like I'm not achieving that much, that's because he's just trying to be great. If you're over here talking about, oh, well, he said it, so I can go like this and I could say that he's an underachiever because he only has one championship, you have not been watching the last like 7 or 8 years of Giannis play basketball. Giannis is he's a top 3 player. He's a top 3 player who has won a championship, won a DPOY, has won 2 MVPs.
He's a top like 20, 25 player ever.
That's what I'm saying. So the fact that you were to say he is an underachiever if he doesn't win another championship, that is the most despicable thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, you know how hard it is to win in a small market, especially with the Milwaukee Bucks? And you know how hard that championship was to win? And it wasn't like he just got carried. He won finals MVP. He dropped 50 points in the last game to settle it.
He had 2 40-point games.
He won 4 straight games.
Yeah, I don't like what's realistically an award Giannis can win that like he hasn't won. He's been all defense. He's been all NBA. He's been an MVP.
Most improved
He's
as
been
well.
a champion. He's most improved, all-star. Like, I get it, bro. And I'm a rings guy too, right? Mm-hmm. If you thought Giannis was gonna be the GOAT, then sure. He's underachieved, I guess, because he doesn't have 7 rings or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, for a guy who came from nothing, from Greece, 13th pick, definitely could have been out of the league in 2 or 3 years if he was put in the wrong situation.
Yeah.
To go out there and win an MVP, win a championship, defensive player of the year, like that season was one of the best seasons we have ever seen from a team.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna give Giannis his flowers, and I just don't get why you would knock him. Right? Like, he's not an underperformer by any means. Even in the playoffs this year, he averaged like 34 and 17.
Oh, yeah.
So, dude, I got
Still
like,
messing you up?
bro. I got like gag reflex.
It's okay, man.
I'm straight. Yeah, bro. To go back to the Thunder though.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams in Game 4 got a lot of praise. Mm-hmm. I didn't love his Game 4. I'm going to be transparent here.
Yeah.
He got to the line a lot, which is why his numbers were so high. And it wasn't like amazing getting to the line for me. Like, I thought he disappointed. I've been loving what I'm seeing from Chet though. I think Chet's had runs in every single game, the last 3 games, where it turned around the tides of the game, which has been huge for us. And then in Game 5, Jalen Williams, I'm gonna give him all his credit because he was fucking unguardable, you know. And again, it sucks that Tyrese Halliburton got hurt, but I don't think the Thunder would have lost that game. Like, they came to play, bro. And Chet, Shea, Jalen Williams, Cason Wallace finally had a good shooting game. Like, it just shows we look so good in that game. It shows how good we look when the shots are falling. Yeah. So I'm gonna give so much credit to my team. Shout out to Thunder. We made it, baby. On 1 win away, and then we're good, you know. So yeah.
You ain't gonna look like a crazy OKC fan no more.
Nah, I never been.
What are you gonna do when you win that chip? What are you gonna do? What's the first thing that's gonna come to mind?
Call my mom. Tell her I love her. I don't know. I mean, I'll be happy. I got the joy, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna be excited, man. I don't think there's like a specific thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna celebrate. Maybe I'll crack open the Laheni. Oh, that's what's sitting there.
Laheni is crazy.
Maybe I'll crack open the Laheni in celebration. But I mean, if you guys want to see my reaction, I'll probably be streaming on Thursday, so you guys could check that out there.
Bro, that's one of the best feelings when your team wins a championship, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
My team did it twice. Long for us. It's been so long for us, you know. Like, it's been since the 70s with the Supersonics. Even though people don't claim that as Thunder fan, I do until Seattle gets their team back. But yeah, I mean, we've been competitive. 2013, we were the favorites in the finals. Did you know that? When Miami played OKC and it was LeBron and the Heat, Thunder were favorites and they disappointed. 2016, I thought we definitely could have won a championship. We definitely should have won a championship, but we choked. So to be back in this position and to see the progress from like 8 seed to 1 seed, but not like a real 1 seed, And then to this season where, like, I was telling everyone that this team is one of the best teams you will ever watch, and they stood on that, like, that was it's a cool moment, you know? It's definitely a cool moment.
Mm-hmm. Bro, I can't wait for you to feel that feeling, bro.
Yeah.
Because I could never get over, even as a kid, 2009, 2010, and then even just experiencing it, like, in 2020. Like, I don't care what you guys say, that bubble ring counts, but it's such an awesome feeling, bro. Like,
I'm going to get champagne. I'll pop bottles in here.
like, the first podcast back, yeah, baby! You're going to be, like, standing over there. It's like, Phil, just intro it. Welcome to Run the Play Now. Yeah!
Get the goggles out.
I'll be like, ow, 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 ow.
That's crazy. We better go crazy. But yeah, if you guys want to see it Thursday, make sure to check it out. Join the Discord. We're doing trivia. If you get first place, you get a $25 Amazon gift card. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow. Phil, you got anything else you want to say?
Please watch the games. Stop listening to your favorite announcer. Stop listening to your favorite Twitter, YouTuber, whatever. Unless they're actually no ball. Watch the games. Come up with your own opinions.
Yeah.
But on that note, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Run the Play Network on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. Make sure to hit that bell as well. I'm Phil. This Ant-Man shout out the MCU. We got a Discord down below linked also to check out. But we out, and let's bounce.
Bounce, baby. Boom.